All right, welcome back, race fans. Dirt Racing Network's live coverage of session number 2. Dirty Old Bastards Wicked Cushion 360 Series from Williams Grove Speedway. All right, now looking at about 40 cars signed in for this one. These guys are wrapping up the initial practice session. Going to get ready for qualifying. Got about a minute, 20 seconds for that. Going to see a lot of the same faces if you're here for session number 1. Edens, Smith, and Brown, your top 3. See if Mr. Edens can complete the sweep. You tuned in for the first one. Welcome back. We appreciate it greatly. Guys, give us the likes, give us the shares, follow the page. Tell your friends, your family, whoever you know likes racing about us. 5 nights a week, 9 races every single week. 1 on Sunday, 1 on Monday, 2 on Tuesday, 2 on Thursday, or 2 on Wednesday, excuse me, and 3 on Thursday. Second session for Too Fast Tuesdays right now. If you're not tuning in on Facebook, you're tuning in on Twitch or YouTube, guys, subscribe to the channel. Follow us on those channels. We appreciate it greatly. Let everybody know that we're there. We have picked up quite a few Twitch followers, and we appreciate that. Session winding down, and you know what that means here. We are going to go to our national anthem.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, qualifying about to wind down right now. The Hulk, David Halliman, on top of the speed chart. Anthony Joe, Peyton Grease, Brett Strickler, and Ricky Sanders rounding out your top 5. They will be on pole for the 5 heat races. Should we get to 5? Right now looking like 41 cars, so probably 4 heat races. Session advancing. Waiting to see. 9 cars scheduled to be in heat race number 1. Just waiting for these guys to grid out the all-star performance. Black Down Motorsports number 42 of Sean No Luck Wallenfeld on the pole. 2 is outside. Going to be the Dirty Old Bastards, Dirt Track and Bastards Wicked Cushion number 20 of Jonathan Lowe. Row 2 on the inside of the Dirt Armada Next Gen Fab number 22 of Sir Fence-A-Lot himself, Jason Nygaard. And on his outside, the Casey Kane Sim Racing Napa Auto Parts number 49 of the Hulk, David Heileman. Row 3 on the inside. United Sim Racing, number 29 machine of Taylor Howell, and on his outside, the B&D Reynolds, number 059 of Trey Long. Row 4, inside, Swindell Speed Labs, number 40, Tyler Chalk, and on his outside, the hot and ready Little Caesars Pizza, number 130, that is Hunter Brady. Brent Hobson, the 181 machine, looking like he's not going to make the call for this one. So you're going to have 8 cars, top 4 straight to the A main, everybody else into the consolation races. Appreciate everybody being here again. Know it's getting a little late on the East Coast, but 2 sessions every single night. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday we have the triple header, but still 2 sessions from these guys. Gets a little late. A lot of good racing though, worth staying up for. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast, guys. Make sure to give us a like, give us a share. Follow the page if you haven't already. I think we're live at the Wicked Cushion Esports page. We're live right on the Dirt Racing Network. We're live at the Dirt Slingers Racing League page. We're live on YouTube at the Dirt Racing Network and Twitch, the Dirt Racing Network. Hello, Jerry. Ten laps for each heat race. Looks like we're going to have 5 heat races still slated. So we'll have a couple, 2 or 3 9 cars, and then a couple of 8 car heat races. This one 8. Oh, well, actually 9. There's Mr. Hobson's car out on the back. Jump down here, get a good look at the Top Gun Motorsports Diamond State Tattoo number 181 machine. Wasn't on the grid when we went through it the first time. Out there now. Wallenfels and Lowe on the front row. Nygaard Heileman in row number 2. Going to go green off turn number 4. Session number 2 about to get underway. Green flag in the air. Wallenfels with a quick jump out to the front. Knows he needed to get started good if he's going to stay out of the mess. He's had no luck for quite some time. Nicknamed him No Luck in the last one. He makes the feature, gets crashed out like lap 2, I think. But he is going to lead lap number 1 of heat race number 1 right here in session number 2. Jonathan Lowe, David Holloman, and Jason Nygaard rounding out that top 4, but Nygaard under fire for just a second. Long tried to get the inside, couldn't make it stick. Howell has the high side, trying to work it over, find the weak spot, see if he can get around and move him into a consolation. Put himself straight in the A main, but at the front, David Heileman around Jonathan Lowe for a split second there on the exit of 2, but Lowe able to fight back through the tacky stuff in the middle of the track down the backstretch, takes the second spot back. Not going to help him this time off turn 4. David Heileman into second, Jonathan Lowe third, Jason Nygaard still in fourth. Sean Wallenfels a half a second in front of the Hulk. Lots of time left, and this one's still 6.5 laps. Trying to keep an eye on these top 2, but I like to watch these transfer spots back here. This is where we usually get the best action. Right now, Sir Fencelot keeping it out of the wall and keeping it in a transfer spot, looking to get through into the A main. Halfway home, Sean Wallenfels, David Heileman, Jonathan Lowe, and Jason Nygaard still the top 4. Tyler Chalk's car into the infield. Hunter Brady, the other retiree, so still 7 on the track. Heileman slowly reeling in the 42 machine. 4 laps to go. Got plenty of time in this one still. 3 laps to go. This time by still Wallenfels out in front.
All right, man. Caution is out.
And caution going to fall over this one. Trey Long's car backwards off of turn number 4. Go see if we can see what happened to Trey here. Looks like he was right behind Taylor Howell, went in. Little hot. Got it up into the fence. Thought we turned that off. So we will make sure that we get that turned off this time. Thought I had it off in the last one, but apparently not. Oh, boy. All right, so out in front of this one, going to take the white flag this time by, and Wallenfels low. Well, I don't know who's going to do what here. We're going to wait until these guys get resorted. David Heileman's car was up against the inside wall in turn number 4, and I was pretty sure he was in second. So, yes, Wallenfels, Heileman, Lowe, and Nygaard are going to make the transfers through. Everybody else going to the alphabet soup. So about to wrap heat race 1. Sean Wallenfels with the automatic transfer spot. Doesn't need any luck in this one. He's going to bring Heileman, Nygaard, and Lowe with him. He race 2, grid down on the front stretch. The Pace Performance, number 34, Ryan Pace on the pole. The Wicked Relief Gum with CBD, number 25, with Kevin Click on his outside. Beer Hill Gang, Team VLR, number 23, Stephen Kalamota inside row 2. With the Rogue Energy, number 001 of Anthony Job on his outside. Row 3, inside. The Rockstar Productions, Wicked Cushion, Team SETI, number 92 of Mike Keegan. Inside and on his outside, the 072, that's Jeffrey Stewart. The Intertech 111 of Lyle Johnson inside row 4, and on the outside, the Southern Pacific Farms, number 696 of Brian Heisler. So 8 cars once again. Top 4 straight through. Everybody else into a consolation race. We'll have 20 at the end of the heat races. We'll find 4 more out of those elimination races and have 24 cars for our feature race tonight. Lights off on the pace truck. They will go green off turn number 4. Heat race number 2 will be underway. Pace and Click off the front row. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I know it's getting late on the East Coast. Still pretty early on the West Coast, but we appreciate all the East Coasters staying up late with us. Pace on the gas. Green flag going to fly. Heat race number 2 underway. Right down to the inside. Stephen Calavota tried to keep 3rd place, but he lost it to Anthony Job on the high side. Right now, he is sitting on the bubble trying to keep a transfer spot. 1 lap down, 9 to go. Pace, Click, Job, and Calavota, your top 4. Keegan right on the outside. Jeff Stewart right in behind that. Everybody kind of working across the high side right now. Looks like that's where all the momentum is at. Bottom side has not started to come back in. give anybody any kind of advantage from down there on the exits at all. Still Pace, Click, Job, and Calavoda. Single file line for the most part. All the way to 5th place, Mike Keegan, who is just a little bit outside of this top four's nose-to-tail battle right here. These guys just clicking the laps off. Around 18 and a half seconds to get around here. Four down, 6 to go. No change in your top four. You can start to see that big bump that starts to get developed. Oh, Anthony Job right side into the fence. Now he's going to keep it straight, but he's going to fall to 5th. Calavoda around him on the inside. Mike Keegan flew by. And now these guys inside the top four. It's still Pace and Click, 1, 2. Calavoda up to 3rd. Mike Keegan in the 4th spot. Jeffrey Stewart got around Anthony Job also. Anthony Job's car very broken and out of shape. I'm sure that a bunch of the suspension damage on that car, he is going to fall back to the 8th position right here. Probably take that car in the next time around. Ryan Pace, 3/4 of a second over Kevin Click. Now Calavoda starting to close in on the push bar of the 25 machine. Excuse me, 3 laps to go. Sorry, got a little scratch there. Click hanging on to 2nd spot right in front of Calavoda. Mike Keegan in 4th, but he is a good distance back from these guys. Ryan Pace already in the center of turns 1 and 2 with 2 to go. Watching the battle for 2nd. Click trying to hold off Calavoda. Calavoda, big power move on the inside. Throws the binders on. And he's able to keep it off the 25 car. They're going to go under the white flag. And now the safest thing to do really is just get there. Make sure you're in the A main. But every racer wants to get the car in front of him and get around him. And Calavoda is no different. Going to try to get it off turn number 4. Pace wins it. Click is 2nd. Calavoda 3rd. And Mike Keegan going to transfer straight through. Stewart, Heisler, Johnson, and Job all going to consolation races. Heat race 3 on the grid, on the pole. The Mohawk, number 19 of Jeremy Zarfos. On his outside, the Wicked Energy Team Setting, number 84 of Billy Riley. Row 3 on the inside, the Rockstar Productions, number 022 of Mike Mason Hannigan, excuse me. Outside, row number 2, the 292, the Browns, Custom Paint and Body, Machine of Paint and Grease. And inside row number 3 is the Casey's General Store, 047 of Jason Randolph. Starting in the 6th position, the Dirty Old Bastards, Dirt Track Ambassadors, number 93 of the Catfish, Chris Roberts. And on his inside back left in the next row, the 21 Machine, his teammate, Tyler Henselman. Braden McMahon will start the connected number 3 inside, or outside, excuse me, of row number 4. Man, once I get off a little bit, I just stay screwed up for the whole grid. Every time they start to roll, I get distracted by that. But when we get the new addition to the overlays, I will not be having those problems. It's going to be a whole lot easier, and I think the fans are going to enjoy it. Can't wait for those to be ready for us so we can debut those here pretty quick. Fun new little gadgets we're going to be adding. Good evening, Mr. Wheeler. How are you this evening? You got anything better to do, like go shoot zombies or something? You just sit around and watch racing all the time. All right, guys, 8 more cars, 10 more laps, top 4 straight to the A main. That'll give us 12. Heat race 3 of 5. Zarfos on the gas. Green flag in the air. Heat race number 3 underway. Billy Rowley quickly into the second position. Mason Hannigan in third. And Peyton Grease to the fourth spot right in front of Chris Roberts right now. Waiting to see what Mr. Zarfos has in front of Billy Rowley here. And he is starting to get away just a little bit. Billy Rowley able to hang on, keep it about 4 car lengths off of turn number 2. Mason Hannigan in that third spot. Chris Roberts up to the 4th position, got around Grease on the last lap. Now he's got his sights set on Hannigan. Going to see if he can work around, move himself off the bubble, and give himself just a little bit of a cushion on that transfer spot. But these top 4 starting to get away from 5th place Grease. Henselman back a ways from Grease. Randolph right behind him, and McMahon way back there in the 8th spot. Right now, the battle for 2nd place. Chris Roberts slide job in on Rowley. Rowley goes way to the outside, top shelf him, give him back 2nd position. Keep Mason Hannigan in this battle. These guys right here, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Roberts, Rowley, and Hannigan battling out in the last 3 transfer spots. Rowley staying up there in the penthouse, trying to keep the spot, and he's able to hang on to 3rd. Chris Roberts has gotten by him completely into the 2nd spot all alone. Now Rowley had to back it down a little to keep it out of the fence off turn number 4. That's going to allow Hannigan to get the run into 1 and 2, and he is going to slide it up in front. Put Hannigan into 3rd. Rowley back on the bubble. Peyton Grease with the haymaker slider into turns 3 and 4, and he's lucky. Rowley's a nice guy. Gave him the room he needed. Now Rowley's going to come back on the attack. Grease took an awful chance right there. Could have ended both guys' night. Rowley fouls back on the top side, put him back in the final transfer spot. Jeremy Zarfos, 1.3 seconds out in front of these guys. He sees 3s to go. Chris Roberts in the 2nd position. Mason Hannigan 3rd. Billy Rowley hanging on to that 4th spot, but Grease not giving up just yet. Now Grease trying to find the grip on the bottom. Don't know if he's going to be able to get there. Just a lot of momentum off the top side. With 2 laps to go, Rowley is able to hang on at least for the time being. Zarfos just absolutely gone on these guys. He's off of turn 4. Roberts now starting to close the gap. Got it down to 1 1/4 seconds. Hannigan still in 3rd. The real battle right there. Peyton Grease ends that as he brings the car into a 360, clips the inside wall going into turn 1, and that's going to allow Rowley to secure the 4th position. Zarfos going to win it. Roberts 2nd, Hannigan 3rd, and Rowley coming home with the final transfer spot. Randolph, Henselman, Grease, and McMahon going into the soup. 3 down, 4th to go. Going to have 5 heat races for you. On the pole in this one, Farlow Motorsports, number 75 of Dylan Workman. To his outside, the Wicked Cushion, Colby's Eye Paints, number 777 of KR Stolfus. Inside, row number 2, the 69, the Profile by Sanford. Kinzer Sim Racing, number 69, that's Josh Close. On his outside, the Mohawk, Wicked Energy, number 38 of Brett Strickler. Row 3 on the inside, the Wicked Energy, number 911 of Michael Hunneman, and to his outside, the Dirty Old Bastards, Dirt Trekking Bastards, Wicked Cushion, number 77 of Aaron Schaefer. Row 4 on the inside, the Big Game Tree Stands, number 328, that's Jordan Gleckler, and on his outside, the Wicked Energy Gum, Casey Kane Sim Racing, Curb Records, number 9 machine of the Toledo Rocket, Chris Brenner. Brenner changing back to his black and orange paint. That's so familiar to everyone. Going to start in the back of this one, see where he can get to. He was having a fantastic race, took the lead in session number 1, and then found the outside fence. Track super slick, and he jumped it over the cushion. Ended up, I don't know if he DNF'd or if he just finished somewhere in the top 10, but he did not fight his way to keeping a second place finish. He and James Eden's in a fantastic battle there, right up until he found the fence. Thank you, Kathy. Very much appreciated. All right, pace truck is in. Workman and Stolfus going to bring us to the green. Workman off the bottom, green flag in the air. Josh close, deep into 1 and 2. He's going to have the lead off a turn 2, and he's going to bring KR with him. Move Workman back to third. Now Brett Strickler on the inside trying to battle, take away the third spot. Chris Brenner from 8th all the way up to the 5th position. 1 lap in the books. 77 machine. Oh, that's Schaefer. Schaefer across in front of everybody. He's going to miss. No caution. He's going to be able to keep it out of the way. Right now, Chris Brenner working over Brett Strickler on the high side. Strickler took it in deep, moved Workman up out of the way. 3 wide off turn number 4, and that is going to work out for him. Chris Brenner clears the bunch, put him in third. Strickler and Workman now battling for the 4th and final spot. Keep Workman in it for now. We're going to go watch the battle for 1st, 2nd, and 3rd right here. Close still has 1st, but now Chris Brenner around the high side of KR Stolfus. 777 machine clipping the inside wall. That's going to drop him way back into 3rd, and Chris Brenner not done just yet. Said I'm going to come off turn 2, and I'm going to take the lead in turns 3 and 4. Out of the way. I started in the outhouse, and now I'm in the penthouse. Give Chris Brenner the lead at the line. Close with the slide job in 1 and 2, but Brenner will counter that now. 1 car length heading into turn number 3. Move a Toledo Rocket to the point. Josh Close into the 2nd position. Brett Strickler up to 3rd. He got around Workman. Stolfus now outside these top 4 has fallen back. Workman and Strickler got around him. Probably had something to do with him clipping that wall at the entry to turn number 1. Michael Heileman, Jordan Gleckler, Aaron Schaefer off track. Heileman and Gleckler back running deep in the field, 6th and 7th. Through 2 or 3 seconds behind the rest of these guys are Chris Brenner, 0.8 of a second in front of Josh Close. Brett Strickler now solidly in 3rd. Dylan Workman trying to hold off KR Stolfus for the 4th and final transfer spot. Got it out of shape in 3 and 4, and he gives it up. Puts Stolfus in the transfer spot with 3 laps to go. We'll keep an eye on this battle right here. Down the backstretch. Brenner sees 2 to go off turn number 4. Josh Close getting just a little bit closer to Brett Strickler. He tries to get the run. He's got, oh, Brenner out of shape, wrecks the car. The leader wrecked it. He took Josh Close with him. Gonna go back and take a look at this one. Brenner through 1 and 2, right down against the inside. Clipped the inside wall on the exit, shot him into the outside wall. He tried to get it back under him, and Close and Strickler were to the outside, and that caused Josh Close to clip him and go around. We're going to see how this all shakes out here in just a moment. And right now, Strickler has the lead. Stolfus is 2nd. Workman is 3rd, and Heileman sits in 4th. Brenner, Gleckler, Close, and Schaefer rounding this one out, and that's how they'll finish heat race number 4. A wild one at the end. But we have 16 cars already transferred through to our A main. We'll have to see if we can find Mr. Brenner and maybe ask him, is he a little sore after that one? Because that was a pretty good stomp on it moment right there. Heat race 5 is good and out on the front stretch. On the pole, the king, Josh Steinke, the 80 Black Diamond Motorsports machine. To his outside, you see the 00 of Kendall Tucker. Row 2 on the inside, the UDSRA High Side Raceway, number 95 of Dakota Kuhn. And to his outside, Simworks Performance, TTL, number 046 of Ricky Sanders. On the inside of row number 3, the Crescent Donuts, number 82, that is Dustin Griffiths. And on his outside, Black Diamond Motorsports Dirt Racing Network, number 91 machine of Ernie Williams. Row 4 on the inside, the 07, Bill Rocky. And on his outside, the 10 machine, he finished second in your first A main tonight. That is Skylar Brown. So the final 8 cars in the final heat race, top 4 straight to the A main. That'll give us 20. Everybody else into the soup line. No, Bart. Hope everybody's having a good time. Thanks for watching. Thanks for staying up late with us. Likes and shares. Final heat race of the night right here. Be getting ready to head for the consolation races as soon as this one is over. Right after 10 o'clock Central Time, 11 on the East Coast. Pace truck going to head in. Steinke and Tucker off the front row, going to bring us to the green. Green flag in the air. Tight start right there. Best start of the night for a heat race. Steinke jumps to the early lead. Kuhn trying to go to the inside. Couldn't hold it. Tucker now going to grab second position. Kuhn in third. Ricky Sanders sitting in the fourth spot. Caution. Sanders and Kuhn got together there, but before that, I think Skylar Brown's car had an issue down the backstretch. Oh, it was Ernie Williams and Dustin Griffiths, and then Williams comes across and stuffs Skylar Brown's car in the inside fence. Looks like both Williams and Griffiths able to get away. Going to be able to continue this one. Don't know how much damage on either one of those two cars. 046 car moving to the back of the line. Must be for the contact after the caution came out. Hello, Mr. Rocket. I have to ask you, how hard did you step on it there, sir, and how sore is it? Were you trying to emulate him? Is that what you were trying to do? With the lead, no less. All right, Steinke on the point. Tucker, Kuhn, Griffiths hanging on to those transfer spots right now. Goldwyn Green. 6 laps to go. Heat race number 5. Steinke holding him down till he's up on the straightaway. Now gets on the throttle. Green flag in the air. Not much of a scramble through 1 and 2. Everybody kind of took their own line through there and came out single file with just a little bit of gap here and there. Watching at the back right now, Ernie Williams getting passed up by just about everybody. I think that car picked up a bunch of damage in that. Ricky Sanders went 2 for 1 right there. Now he's looking to get around Dustin Griffiths here. Takes it into 3 and 4, down to the bottom. Trying to find the grip. Griffiths finds the fence, makes it easy on him. Moves Sanders into the transfer spot right now. Steinke still out in front. Kendall Tucker in second. Dakota Kuhn in third, and Ricky Sanders closing the gap on that in the fourth position. Rocky, Williams, Griffiths, and Brown rounding out the field. 3 laps to go this time. Ricky Sanders clipping the inside right there on the entry to turn 1. So not going to have a shot at Dakota Kuhn this time by, but 2 laps to go off turn number 4 for Steinke. Kendall Tucker giving Steinke all he wants, and he's got the outside. Steinke with the slider line into 1 and 2. Tucker with the big run off the exit. Gives him a shove down the backstretch. Gets him completely out of shape. But Tucker grabs it back up, and he just gave room away as they're going to come to the white flag. Now Kuhn into the fence. That lets Sanders go by. Did Kuhn break the car? Looks like he might have damaged it a little bit. That just took him a long time to get it going. We'll see if Rocky can take the spot away down the backstretch right here. Steinke's going to win heat race 5 easily. He's going to take Tucker and Sanders in, and Kuhn slams the door, and he's going to hold on to that final transfer spot. Went in and run the slider line, and he covered up everything Rocky was doing. So Rocky, Williams, Griffiths, and Brown going to the consolation races. And we're going to have the C main this time.
12 laps for the B.
10 laps for the C. On the pole, going to be the 91 of Ernie Williams, and on his outside, Trey Long in the 059. Row 2 inside, Lyle Johnson, the 111. Outside, the 292, Peyton Grease. Row 3, the 69, Josh Close on the inside, the 82, Dustin Griffiths on the out. Tyler and Chalk inside row number 4 in the 40 car, and Anthony Job on his outside, the 001. Row 5 inside, Braden McMahon, the 3 car. Aaron Schaefer, the 77 on the outside. And in the back row, Skylar Brown, the 10 inside. Hunter Brady, the 130 on the outside. Missing 1 car from the field right now, so it looks like 11 for the starting grid. Top 4 transfer to the back of the B main. Everyone else done for the night. You just like to get out there, run those extra laps, and tempt fate, don't you, Brenner? All right, one more time around. Going to go green off turn number 4. C main, 10 laps. Only the top 4 survive. $12 cars were slated, 11 cars on the track. So 7 drivers finished for the evening after this one. Williams on the throttle off a turn 4. Green flag in the air. C main underway. Ernie Williams with a good jump. 5 car lengths through turns 1 and 2. Trey Long in second. Peyton Grease is third. Josh Close sitting in fourth, but Dustin Griffiths lurking right behind him. 3 wide through 3 and 4. Lyle Johnson was in the middle. Backed the car off. Almost lost the whole back end of it. That stacked a couple of guys up, but right now the battle's starting to heat up for that final transfer spot. Long's got it close around the outside of him. Long on the bubble. Dustin Griffiths right in behind him, trying to go to the high side, see if he can find the drive off the exit of the corner. He's even at the line, and give it to Griffiths when they cross under the flag man right there. So Griffiths in the 4th spot. Caution on the speedway. I think Braden McMahon's car might have gotten backwards down here in turns 1 and 2. He had Aaron Schaefer right behind him. into the corner, got a little sideways, and Schaefer got in the back of him. Turned him around just far enough, and with Lyle Johnson still coming in behind the field, that was enough to trigger the yellow flag. So we'll let them cross under the flag stand and set the top 10 for you. I ain't going there with you, Brenner. I've seen what happens when you go fast. Williams, Grease, Close, Griffiths, your top 4. Long, Brown, Chalk, Job, Schaefer, and Lyle Johnson rounding out your top 10. Hunter Brady sitting in 11th, the final car on the track. Everybody's still out here. Looks like we're going to get 4 laps when they go to the green. Top 4 out of this C main going into the back of the B main. We'll put 12 more laps on the board, and we'll take the top 4 out of the B, move them into the back of the A, and round out that 24-car feature field for you. Hello, Galen Stewart. Good to see you tonight. I know I'll be seeing you tomorrow night. Thanks for dropping in, sir. All right, lights off on the pace truck. Single file down the backstretch through 3 and 4. They're going to go green this time. 4 laps to go. Williams on the gas and the green flag back in the air. C-Main back underway. Grease, Close, and Griffiths. Watching Dustin Griffiths right here. He's the bubble car right now. Skylar Brown to the high side. Goes around Trey Long. Put Brown into 5th. He's got a sight set on the white and purple machine in front of him, and he's got him on a high side, this time off turn number 4. Didn't quite have enough on that exit. With 3 laps to go, the battle is for the final transfer spot right here. We're watching them. Griffiths and Brown battling it out to try to get in the back of the B main. You don't make this transfer, you are done for the night. And on the high side, all the momentum as Griffiths got out of shape off forward, put Skylar Brown in the spot. Griffiths in right behind him. Those two almost touched to the center of the corner right there. Now Skylar Brown has the 4th spot secured. Ernie Williams going to see the white flag off of turn number 4, but he's getting challenged now. That battle back for the 4th spot. Griffiths has it at the line. White flag in the air. Griffiths able to hold it down the backstretch, about 2 car lengths. Into 3 and 4. He's going to bring it through. Josh Close spins it out. That's going to let both of these cars transfer through. It's going to be Williams, Grease, Griffiths, and Brown transferring to the B main. Pate and Grease, or I'm sorry, Josh Close lost the handle on that car and did not transfer. So his night finished. The top 4 went ahead and transferred on through. Williams, Grease, Brown, and Griffiths. We're going to get ready for our B main. Taking a second for iRacing to flop us over here. On the pole, the 29 machine, Taylor Howell to his outside. The 072, that is Jeffrey Stewart. Row 2 on the inside, Jason Randolph in the 047, and on his outside, the Toledo Rocket, Chris Brenner in the 9 car. Bill Rocky inside row 3 in the 07. Brent Hobson on his outside in the 181. The 696, O'Brien Heisler inside row 4, and the 21 Tyler Henselman to his outside. Row 5, the 328, Jordan Gleckler inside, and the 91 car, Ernie Williams on the outside. 292 of Peyton Grease inside row 6 with Skylar Brown in the 10 car on his outside, and Dustin Griffiths on the back of the field. 13 cars. 4 spots up for grabs. 12 laps to get it done. Oh, yeah, Galen. He had the lead in his heat race on the white flag lap and absolutely stepped on it. Exit in turn 2, clipped the inside wall with the left front, smashed the outside wall with the right front, and then took out 1 or 2 more cars with him as he finished out the backstretch. That's the best way I can put it. It was not pretty. But the rocket found a place to detonate. All right, green flag this time. 14 laps are on the board. No, excuse me, 12 laps are on the board. I'm used to the B main being 14 when we have a D main, but it is not that way. C main, B main. So it is 12 laps on the board. Taylor, Howell, and Jeffrey Stewart are front row, and they're going to bring us to green this time.
Green, green, green.
Green flag in the air. The B main underway. Howell took the early lead. Took a pretty good one, about 5-6 car lengths off turn number 2. Jeff Stewart in second. Chris Brenner on the outside, battling for the third spot with the 047 car. That's Jason Randolph, and I saw behind Tyler Henselman's car get into somebody and then get way sideways. Oh, the 07 car in there. Bill Rocky, and he got Ernie Williams and Tyler Henselman all in the same shot. Little overzealous on the slide job attempt, I think. Maybe just a little too hot on the cooking getting into the corner. So looking like Henselman, Brown, Williams all going to be finished in this one. Going to cut the field from 13 to 10 very quickly. Howell, Stewart, Brenner, the top 3. Randolph, the final transfer car right now. Hobson, Heisler, Rocky, Gleckler, Griffiths, and Grease, your top 10. Rocky and Grease swapping spots just now. Race control moving the 07 car to the back of the field for his incident down turn 3. Appreciate everybody staying up late, tuning in. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Guys, give us some likes, give us some shares. Don't forget, tomorrow night we're back here. Wicked Energy Gum Northwest Focus Midget Series presented by Cognitive Warriors. 9 o'clock Eastern. And then immediately following them, the Pawkins Custom Tailgate Games Wingless 360 Series on Wingless Wednesdays on the Dirt Racing Network. Right now, B main about to get back underway. Taylor Hell on the throttle. Green flag in the air. Jeff Stewart. If he had a mirror, it'd be full of that orange and black 9 car, and Brenner's going to cut it under on the exit of turn 2. And he's going to drag race him to turn 3 for the second position. Big dive into turns 3 and 4. Give Brenner second off the exit of the corner. Stewart is now third. Jason Randolph, your final transfer car. Brenner all the way out to the fence. Almost put it in the turn 2 fence. Now Stewart and Randolph started to have a little battle there for the third and fourth spot. Randolph gave in the spot just a little bit. Stewart on the outside had better position. Taylor Howell, quarter of a second in front of Chris Brenner. Jeffrey Stewart behind that. Jason Randolph right here, the 47 machine on the bubble. Trying to relieve that just a little bit. Slides it up across the nose. Mild contact, but he takes the third spot away. Move Jeffrey Stewart onto the bowl. These guys got a great gap. Back to fifth place, Jordan Gleckler. And now Chris Brenner trying to work for the lead Going to have 4 to go this time off turn number 4. Howell on the inside, Brenner on the high side. The Rockets got the lead at the line. Howell's got it into turns 1 and 2 and up off the turn 2 exit. Chris Brenner finds the grip, gets the momentum, and he takes the lead into turns 3 and 4. Move Howell back to second. Randolph into the third spot. He got around Stewart a couple of laps ago. He's been able to hang on to that and put about 5 car lengths in between he and Jeff Stewart. Jordan Gleckler a full second behind Stewart. Comfortable positioning for the top 4 right now. They just need to finish. And with 2 laps to go, they'll all transfer into the back of tonight's 30-lap A-Main. Watch the leader down the backstretch. He was leading his heat race when we got the white flag. Didn't make it around to see the checkers. We'll see what he does this time. The white flag is in the air. Final lap of the B-Main. Don't think he's going to chance it and trying to get cute, get close to any of the walls. He makes it through turns 1 and 2. Now down the middle of turns 3 and 4. Looks like Brenner's going to win the B-Main. Transfer to the back of the A. He's going to bring Taylor, Hal, Jason, Randolph, and Jeffrey Stewart with him. Everybody else done for the night. Our 24-car field is set. 2 Fast Tuesdays with 1 race left on the schedule. These guys are going to get their 2-minute warm-up. Get a chance to get some final tests in tune. And we'll let you know, Wicked Cushion makes it possible for the Dirty Old Bastards to put great racing like this on the Dirt Racing Network for you to enjoy. Drop by and see them over there, wickedcushion.com. Use the code DOBRL for a 10% discount on anything that you purchase. They got plenty of stuff over there. They support sim racing, real racing. They got gadgets. They got apparel, hats, coffee mugs, all kinds of stuff over there. Drop by, check it out. Make an order. Use that code. You get 10% discount. Get your order in by midnight on race night. Your shipping's free. It's wickedcushion.com. It's only 8:30. Yeah, but we don't live on dark side of the moon time, Galen. About 50 seconds left. In the warm-up session. '24 360 wing sprint car is going to do battle for 30 laps. James Eden's won session 1. He is not here for session 2. So there will be a second winner tonight. No sweep. Skylar Brown finished in the 3rd spot, and he is here. Chance to get himself a second podium finish for the evening. Tim Smith not here for session number 2. He finished in the 2nd spot. Session number 1. CS go. What kind of racer plays CS whatever? You ought to be ashamed of yourself. I understand Kiwi, cream puff, and all that. I get it. All right. A-Main out on the grid, on the pole. Mr. No Luck himself, Sean Wallenfels in the 42. On his outside, the 34, that's Ryan Pace. Row 2 on the inside, the 51 machine, Jeremy Zarfos, and on his outside, the 38 are Brett Strickler. Row 3 inside, the King, Josh Steinke in the 80. And on his outside, the Hulk, David Holloman in the 49. Row 4 inside, the 25, Kevin Click. Outside, the Catfish, Chris Roberts, the 93. The 777 of K.R. Stolfus inside row 5 with Kendall Tucker in the 00 on his outside. Jonathan Lowe, the 20, inside row 6. Stephen Calavoto, the 23, on his outside. Row 7 on the inside, the 022, Mason Hannigan. On the outside, the 075, Dylan Workman. Row 8 inside, Ricky Sanders in the 046, and on his outside, the 22, that's Jason Nygaard. In the 9th row, the inside is Mike Keegan. On the outside, Billy Rowley in the 84 machine. The 911 of Michael Heileman inside row 10 with Dakota Kuhn, the 95 on his outside. And in the 11th row, the Toledo Rocket, Chris Brenner in the 9 with Taylor Howell, the 29 on his outside. And the final row inside, Jason Randolph, the 47. And the 072 of Jeffrey Stewart. That's your 24 cars. They're going to do 30 laps. Yeah, I guess he figured he'd ended on a high note and went to play some other weird game. I don't know. No self-respecting racer would ever do that. I'm so ashamed of those two. Should wear a paper bag the next time you stream, Brett. Call it the bag of shame. All right, pace truck headed in. 30 laps on the board. Wallenfeld's pace from the front row. Green flag in the air.
Green, green, green.
We are racing. Good start for Wallenfels. Going to work off the top of turn number 2. He's going to hang on to the lead. Pace, Zarfos, and Steinke behind, but it's becoming a hornet's nest right there around 4th and 5th. And this time Wallenfels loses the car, and he's going to fall all the way back to the 6th spot. Pace, Steinke, Zarfos, Strickler, Heileman, Click, and Wallenfels now as he falls back a couple more spots. Pace in the front, Zarfos running second. Steinke around Strickler. Nice little slide job there. Went in on the bottom, moved it up to the middle. Now Strickler under fire from the Hulk on the high side. Heileman, the blue car.
Caution is out.
Caution gonna fall. See if we can figure out who was part of this one. Maybe Michael Heileman. Oh, Heileman and Nygaard touching and getting into each other. That put Howell in the inside. That's what's going to bring out our caution. Those guys out of shape. All over the place right there. Everyone drove them away. Looks like they're going to be able to continue. Pace, Zarfos, Strickler, Steinke, Heileman in the top 5. Roberts, Click, Wallenfels, Tucker, and Stolfus, your top 10. Wallenfels went from 1st to about 6th and then dropped 2 more spots after that after he lost the car off turn 4 out in front of the field. Borrow mine. I don't have to wear the bag of shame because I don't do weird stuff. I broadcast or go racing. Sheesh. So sad, Brett. You know I kid because I care. It's my little kiwi cream puff buddy there. $33, the new white flag. Man of the people. You're a man shooting the people. All right, pace, Zarfos, Steinke leading us back to the green. 27 laps to go.
Green flag,
Green flag back in the air. Top 5 squirted away by a few car lengths over Chris Roberts. Now Steinke slow through the center of 1 and 2 on the bottom, but he hangs on to the 3rd spot right in front of Strickler. Trying to get that car to work down on the bottom. Zarfos almost got alongside Pace. They're going to go down into 1 and 2. They're going to go side by side this time. Zarfos with not enough drive on the exit, keep Pace out in the front. But Steinke now a little breathing room in front of Strickler. Chris Roberts has gotten around David Heileman, and now Zarfos with a mistake from Pace gets the lead, but Josh Steinke right on the inside, not ready to give that back just yet. Now he's going to lose second. Oh, closed door when he gets down to turn 3. Zarfos came from the high line right down to the bottom. That opened it back up. That's going to put Pace into the second position with Steinke trying to work the inside of 1 and 2. Big mistake on his entry. Caution going to come out. I heard a lot of bending metal when they went down into turn 1. Oh, yeah. Several cars in this one. Workman, Keegan, Hannigan, Stolfus. Several cars into this one. Take another look at this. We'll watch this one coming right into the living room here. These guys start stacking them up down the backstretch. Ricky Sanders into this in a little bit. Dakota Kuhn got a little piece of it. Multiple cars involved in that one. We'll see how many of them are able to continue. Stolfus out of it. Car in the infield. Hannigan still on track, missing the front wing. Going to see what that car can do out here. Ricky Sanders' car into the infield. We'll see if he's going to try to make some repairs or if he's going to just park that thing. It's going to be there for a minute. You made me laugh just now, Brett. I don't know if you heard me laughing at you or not, but you made me laugh. Zarfos, Pace, Strickler, Steinke, Heileman, your top 5. Roberts, Click, Tucker, Wallenfels, and Calavoda rounding out the top 10. 36 for the new white flag lap, and Ricky Sanders comes out of the pits just in front of the Pace car. Oh, the Pace truck hits all kinds of stuff. You ought to see us when we go to the Lanier, Brandon. It'll come flying out of the pits on 2 wheels, through the fence, through the inside wall. It's nutty. All right, Zarfos, Pace, and Strickler going to bring us back to the green. This time, 23 laps left in this one. Zarfos with the power off of turn 4. Green flag back in the air. Pace and Strickler quickly falling in line, and Pace goes straight to the hot side. Strickler came off the bottom, and he's got a good run. That's his MO. Run the bottom, find the grip, and get the launch off the exit of the corner. Pace with a big run around through the center of 3 and 4, but he loses the position to Brett Strickler. Moves Strickler to second, Pace to third. Steinke in fourth. Oh, Brett Strickler blinked out on us right there. David Heileman in fifth. Now Steinke in hard into turn 3. Wasn't able to stick it. Zarfos made a big mistake in the middle of the corner. Now Brett Strickler to the lead. And Ryan Pace down, drives hard into the back of the 38 machine. He's going to get turned around. He got into the back of the leader right there. Made the leader have to kind of check up just a little bit. And when he got in the back of him, he got hit from behind. I believe Steinke got him. Finished it, turned him around in front of Roberts. He did the right thing and held the car still. He got just barely clipped there. I believe that was the 22 machine of Jason Nygaard. He went down the corner, got into Strickler just a little bit. That made Strickler have to check up a little bit, and Zarfos was able to get back on the high side and get the lead off the exit of the corner before the caution actually fell. Zarfos, Strickler, Steinke, Heilemann, Tucker, Brenner, Click, Roberts, Calavoda, and Wallenfels. Brenner from way in the back, about 20th, all the way up to the 6th spot already. Well, Brandon, go over to Ford Entertainment Group. Reach out to Jeff over there. Facebook.com/Ford Entertainment Group. Tell Jeff we sent you over from the Dirt Racing Network to talk to him about a machine. You can do something that's pretty affordable that'll run iRacing. $39 going to be the new white flag. So right at 20 laps to go. I caught that, Galen, just now. That's pretty funny. So 2 cars in the work area. Stolfus and Pace. 22 still on the track. Green flag about to come back out.
Green flag.
Green flag in the air. Oh, Galen. Zarfos around the high side, going to hold the lead. Brett Strickler off of turn 2, going to come out in second. Josh Steinke right behind. David Heilemann in the 4th spot, but he's got Kendall Tuckler and Chris Brenner right behind him. Both of them trying to get to the push bar, take that 4th spot away. He'd like to go forward. Maybe move one of these other guys into the pressure position back here, and he's going to do it right there off the exit of turn 2. Holy cow, that was close. They nearly touched. Steinke prevailed and hangs on to the podium spot. Zarfos still out in front of Strickler. Steinke working the high side now off turn 4. He's battling for the 2nd spot here. Brenner trying to make a 3-wide, stick his nose in the battle. Now Steinke going backwards. David Heilemann on the inside, right up behind Strickler. Strickler way out of shape, center of the corner. That's going to cost him. That's going to let the 2 guys on the high side, Steinke and Brenner, get right up even with him. Now Brenner goes way top shelf off of turn 2, take him from 4th to 2nd. Move the rocket into the top 2. Josh Steinke around the inside, still hanging on to 2nd at least or 3rd for the time being. Kendall Tucker around Brett Strickler. Strickler's car starting to go backwards. Steinke took a bid to try to throw the slide job on Brenner. Couldn't get it there. Now Brenner's got a good advantage down in turns 3 and 4. Can he still pull away off turn number 4? Steinke got pretty sideways. Now he's going to fall one more spot. Move David Heilemann to 3rd. So it's Zarfos, Brenner, Heilemann, Steinke, and Tucker, your top 5. Strickler in the 6th spot. That bump down the backstretch starting to become more and more pronounced. I'm seeing the front wheels of cars up on the top side through there, really getting up off the ground. And now the battle for the lead starting to heat up. Jeremy Zarfos goes top shelf to keep Brenner from using the momentum line. So Brenner swaps lines, goes to the inside. Does he have the patience to get off the corner with the lead? No, keeps Zarfos at the point. 13 laps to go. Whole car off the ground at the exit of 2 for Zarfos that time. Now David Heilemann working the high side, trying to make this a 3-car battle, and he's almost there. Another car linked, and he'll be right in the middle of it. He goes to the bottom. The other 2 go to the top. Still Zarfos, Brenner, and Heilemann, your top 3. Steinke 4th and Tucker 5th. Brett Strickler still hanging on to the 6th spot. Click Roberts, Wallenfels, and Workman, your top 10. Brenner around the outside, took the lead on Zarfos. New point man, Chris Brenner, the Toledo Rocket out front. Oh, Zarfos finds the fence going into 3, and that lets Heilemann get by. Now David Heileman's got second. Put Zarfos on the bottom of the podium. And the caution one more time. Oh, do I dare say it? Do I dare say that Sir Fence-A-Lot may have found the outside wall? Oh, he had a lot of help there. Had a lot of help from Jonathan Lowe that time. So we can't lay that one all at the feet of Sir Fence-A-Lot. Brenner, Heileman, Zarfos, the top three. Steinke, Tucker rounding out the five. Strickler, Click, Roberts, Wallenfels, and Workman, your top 10. Move the white flag out to lap 42. Looks like we're going to have a 9-lap green flag event. Once we get back to it.
42.
So 10 laps on the board, exactly 10 laps on the board when they go green this time. Brenner on the point, Heileman, Zarfos behind that, Steinke, Tucker rounding out the top five going green. This time 10 laps to go. Brenner brings them back to the green. Steinke tried to put the pressure on Zarfos, tried to get out of his spot where he couldn't hear him. Didn't make it happen, and that allows Tucker to get to the inside of Steinke. Move Tucker into the fourth spot temporarily. Strickler right behind Tucker. Oh, Strickler touched him, spins it around, keeps it going. Brett Strickler not going to bring out the caution. Zarfos caught the fence in turns 1 and 2. Steinke had to check up. He's going to lose 2 spots, but that's going to move Tucker. Kendall Tucker, the 0-0 into the third spot. Brenner and Heileman 1-2. Tucker in third, Zarfos in fourth, but Steinke's back on the high side. Seven laps to go. This time off turn number 4, Chris Brenner, 0.7 of a second over David Heileman. Kendall Tucker, another 0.7, 0.8 back of that. He's working the bottom side. Steinke around the top now, back into the 4th spot around Jeremy Zarfos. Five laps to go. Tucker still in third. Steinke around the high side, trying to get more gap on Zarfos. Would like to get a run, see if he can catch up to the 0-0 car, get that podium spot back. Starting to close the gap just a little bit. Brenner stretching it out over 0.8 of a second over Heileman. Heileman 1.2 seconds ahead. Oh, there's the mistake Steinke was looking for. Tucker with a little mistake getting into 3, and that closed the gap. Just didn't have the room to finish the pass. Gonna line it up again, trying to get the run. Well, this time, 3 laps to go for Chris Brenner. Steinke trying to play peekaboo. Get out of Tucker's line of sight, line of hearing. See if he can get the run. There it is off turn number 2. Big run down the backstretch. Takes it into 3 and 4. Tucker comes up. Now Steinke gets in the fence. 2 to go under the flag stand this time. These two battling for the final podium spot. Steinke, oh, Tucker finds the inside fence. 360s it. He's going to keep going, but right now, Chris Brenner off of turn 4. See on the white flag. They'll race this one back to the line. David Heileman, Josh Steinke in third. Jeremy Zarfos is fourth. Chris Roberts, a top 5 run going right now if he can hang on to that till the end of the lap. But into 3 and 4 for the final time. Chris Brenner's gonna win it. David Heileman looks like he's coming home in second. And Josh Steinke off the bottom, gonna bring it home in third. Jeremy Zarfos, Kevin Click, Chris Roberts, Kendall Tucker, Dylan Workman
Caution is out. Caution
bringing
is out.
it home. They tell them top 3 to take another lap. Let everybody else get off the track and then pull around the front stretch for me, please. So Brenner, Heileman, and Steinke going to go 1, 2, 3. They'll bring the cars around, put them on the front stretch. We'll get the interviews in and done. All right, wait for these guys to jump into the channel here so we can grab them for interviews. I appreciate everybody staying up late with us, guys. Good finish there. Only 4 cautions in this one. Tough track. Takes these guys, a lot of skill to get around here. Let's grab third place. Josh Steinke, you got a copy?
Yes, I do.
All right, buddy. Pretty tough sledding, it looked like out there. A lot of battles, but you end up coming home with the third place finish, man. Talk to us about that run and how you end up on the podium.
Yeah, track was pretty slick. I thought the car was pretty dialed in for the beginning of the feature, and I don't know if I was just
All right,
making
man.
plenty of
Like it back
mistakes
on the
or it was a
pace, forward.
combination of both, but the car seemed to go a little bit away in the middle of the race, and then right at the end, it seemed to just come right back to life, and I had gotten a battle with a couple of guys for third, and it was a lot of fun racing with those guys, and I was just happy to take home third place.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on that. You got any shout-outs or thank yous, and we'll let you get to celebrating.
Yeah, I'd like to thank the guys at Black Diamond Motorsports for all the help lately. Chris for putting on the league here, you for broadcasting, Brett at UDTV, and all the fans and family watching at home, and hats off to David and Brenner for second.
All right, man. Thanks for taking the time to talk to us. Don't forget the pictures you owe me.
Oh, I know. I got him.
All right, buddy. Congrats again. Thanks for talking to us.
Have a good one, Roger.
Third place, Josh Steinke. Well, let's get him in here. The Hulk comes home second in this one. David, you got a copy? Hello, Mr. Heileman.
Whoopsie, hello.
All right, man. A good podium finish for you. Come home second, chasing your teammate. Talk to us about that race and how you end up in the spot you did.
Yeah, man, I knew he was coming. I couldn't get around those first 4 guys at the time. The track was pretty equal on every end there, and just couldn't quite get around those guys. And once it got slicker, that's when Chris got there, and he just about blew everyone away out on the top side. Just like last race, probably should have got the win there. But I don't know. We were trying to make small setup adjustments from last race, but I didn't want to I wanted to kind of know the limit, so I kind of overdid some of them, expecting not to be as good. But I think we ended up more confused to begin with. So I don't know. Fun race though.
Yeah, that can happen pretty quickly here. Yeah, it looked like the track wasn't quite as slick as the first one, but it was still hard for you guys to find a lot of grip in at least the center of the corners. Where were you finding anything at all at?
The top and 1 and 2 seemed just as slick. 3 and 4, it seemed a little bumpier than last race. Last race, it didn't get bumpy in 3 and 4 until that very, very last restart. But yeah, it's just the straightaways get slick, and it's just, I mean, there's a wall of dirt. Like, there's an inside cushion on the backstretch where you go up like a foot. You know, you see it under pace laps. The guy in front of you, if he's straddling that like rut between the slick and the good dirt, still you'll see his car bouncing right and left just because it's so dug down in the straightaways. And I was trying to kind of run that USA line, but it was just so bumpy. And I mean, first race there's a big bump in the 1 and 2 that would screw up the bottom every time. It was just, I don't know. I was trying to find something to carry over to a 410, and it's going to be scary.
All right, man. Well, your shout-outs, your thank yous, and we'll let you get to it, buddy.
Yeah, KKR Sim Team. Congrats to Chris on the win. Napa Auto Parts, Wicked Energy Gum, and Wicked Cushion, and Dirt Racing Network for putting it on.
All right, David. Thank you very much. See you next time.
Yep.
Second place finisher, David Heileman. Let's get him in here. The Toledo Rocket. You got a copy?
Gotcha, Roger.
All right, man. Well, you come home with the win in this one. I have to say you probably took the weirdest route to get here. That heat race ordeal was very interesting. But you come home with the win in the feature, man. Talk to us about basically your night overall and how you get the win in the feature, bud.
Yeah, I had my work off for me after that incident in the heat race. I was just running too hard with the lead I had and made a mistake, and that's all it takes. You're at the back of the field trying to race way into the thing.
Yeah, just we noticed in the B main there that you didn't even chance getting down that low on the last lap. You went through the middle to finish that race out. On your mind, or was that just, the place the car was the most comfortable at that time?
I wasn't really being careful. That's kind of where the racing line was. Top wasn't really in compared to the other parts of the track yet. Yeah, I didn't take any risk running the bottom. Didn't really need to. But it's just as risky up the top with running the cushion here too, especially being such a tight paperclip track.
All right, man. Well, you got some shout-outs and some thank yous, and we'll let you go celebrate a great win.
Yeah, thanks for DOB League for putting on the series. Roger, you guys up in the booth at Dirt Racing Network for putting on an awesome show for the fans and everybody to watch. Wicked Cushion Esports, teammates at KKR Sim Team. Wicked Energy Gum, Wicked Cushion, Valvoline, Factory Cane, and Napa Auto Parts. Thanks for all the support, guys.
All right, guys, your feature winner. Thanks, Chris, for talking to us. Look forward to talking to you again in the future, bud.
Thanks, Roger. Catch you later.
That is going to do it for us here. Brenner wins it. Heileman comes home second. Steinke rounds out our podium. Too Fast Tuesdays coming to a close. Appreciate everybody that tuned in. Thank you very much for staying up late with us. We appreciate it greatly on the East Coast. Guys on the West Coast, it's still really early for you guys, I know. Tomorrow night, Wingless Wednesdays, the Wicked Energy Gum Northwest Focus Midget Series presented by Cognitive Warriors around 9 o'clock Eastern. And then the Pawkins Custom Tailgate Games 360 wingless cars right after that. And don't forget us on Thursday nights, triple header Thursdays, Dirt Slingers, 8 Eastern. And then the 2 410 Outlaw Series from the Dirty Old Bastards right after that, back-to-back. Fantastic rest of the week of racing. I know that the rest of this week, except for the Dirt Slingers, is all on very short tracks. Quarter-mile tracks for everything. I think they're going to Kokomo tomorrow night and then Lima Land on Thursday for DOB. And I am about 99% sure that the Dirt Slingers are going to USA for their Thursday Thunder Series. So should see some fantastic racing the rest of the week here, guys. Come and tune in with us. For myself, Mike, Jeff Peterson at the Dirt Racing Network. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Until next time, keep it dirty. Good night, everybody.